All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down a pretty wild and honestly kind of disturbing idea: the narcissist playbook for corporate dominance. You ever just look around and get this feeling? You see who's getting ahead, who's getting the promotions, the corner offices, and you can't help but wonder, why does it seem like the bad guys are winning? It's a super frustrating feeling, right? It almost feels like the people who aren't playing by the rules are the ones getting all the rewards. But here's the thing. What if it's not just a bunch of random people with bad personalities? What if it's actually a strategy? The idea we're diving into is that this isn't a flaw, it's a playbook, a literal how-to guide for climbing the ladder in today's world.
And that brings us to this term: corporate narcissism. Now, we're not just talking about someone who likes looking in the mirror. This is way deeper. It's a whole mindset where things like fame, wealth, and power are the only things that matter. And in a society that tends to celebrate those things above all else, well, this kind of mindset isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Genuine empathy, that gets seen as a weakness, something that just gets in the way.
So what's actually in this playbook? The rules are brutally simple. Rule 1, personal image is everything. It's all about looking the part. Rule 2, those flashy, superficial goals are what you aim for, not actual substance. And here's the big one. Empathy isn't a strength. It's a weakness you can exploit in other people. And the one rule to bind them all: always put yourself first. No exceptions. Okay, so those are the rules, but how does this actually work in the real world? How does this playbook lead to someone winning the corporate game? Let's take a look. And boom, here's where it all becomes so clear. On one side, you've got the ideal we're all taught, the team-first mentality. You work together, you collaborate, you aim for a win that everyone shares. But the narcissist playbook just flips that entire script on its head. The goal isn't shared success, it's personal glory. The method isn't collaboration, it's exploiting other people's hard work. And the focus, it shrinks from the collective good down to pure, uncut self-interest. You can see right here why these two mindsets just can't coexist. And this is so important, so listen up. If you've ever been in a job that just felt toxic, where you felt drained, where good work was constantly being stolen by someone else, you were not imagining it. You weren't being dramatic. You were probably watching someone play this exact game move by move. So here it is, the core of it all. Why do they win? It's because they are willing to do what most decent, team-oriented people just won't: throw others under the bus for their own gain. And in a system that often rewards individual stats over team health, it turns out to be a devastatingly effective strategy, at least for them. The cost, of course, is a culture that becomes so toxic it drives all the good people away. All of this really leads us to a much bigger, more fundamental question. It's about what success even means and what we're actually rewarding as a society. I mean, you can practically map out the journey, can't you? It's a pretty clear 3-step process. Step 1, you adopt the playbook. Self-interest is your new North Star. Step 2, you use those rules to exploit the system, putting your own ambitions ahead of everyone else. And step 3, you get what our society calls success. The big office, the title, the applause. It's a logical path, even if it's a completely ruthless one. And that just leaves us with this one final, heavy question to think about. If this is a proven and often rewarded playbook for success, then what kind of game are we all even playing? It really forces you to ask if the systems we've built are actually rewarding the qualities we say we admire, or if they're just rewarding the people who are best at winning, no matter the cost. Definitely something to chew on.